Unaanza huku, sianze ili ina record.
Sawa. Hey guys, so today I'm going to do a full face up make tutorial. First thing, I'm going to comb my eyebrows. Make sure you comb your eyebrows so that they can face the same direction. And then I'm going to draw my eyebrows, and before I draw my eyebrows, I also dusted my eyebrows. Dusting your eyebrows help you achieve an ombre look instead of individual hair strokes. Also, if your client has an oily skin or a mature skin, you can start by dusting your eyebrows. So after drawing my eyebrows, I'm going to fill them in. And in filling them in, you have to fill them while still combing them so that they can be evenly filled, and so that you can see the hair strokes that are not filled correctly. So you have to fill them also while combing them to make sure they look stunning and they are filled well. The next thing, I'm going to conceal my eyebrows. Concealing your eyebrows helps the shape to be more lifted and make the eyebrows more defined. I'm using a brighter shade of concealer on my lower part of the eyebrow, and even when concealing, make sure you blend in your concealer, because it becomes very hard to work with a dried concealer. It will stress you up. So make sure while you conceal, you blend in your concealer, and make sure you conceal following the line of your eyebrow. You can see I'm concealing and blending them at the same time. Then I'm going to conceal the upper side of the brow using a darker shade. The reason why we conceal using a darker shade on the upper side of the eyebrow is because we want them to look more natural, and we don't highlight that part of the eyebrow, so we need them to look more natural as possible. And as you conceal also on the upper side, make sure you conceal following the shape of your eyebrow. Make sure you consider also the arc and the tail so that your eyebrow can be more defined, and also make sure that you blend in your concealer so that it cannot dry and give you a hand time when blending it in. So make sure you blend in well nicely. You can see my upper side of the brow looks more natural because I've used a darker shade of the concealer. Make sure you blend it in nicely so that your eyebrows can look more defined. And remember guys, when you make mistakes, you can also correct with your concealer, or you can correct with your eye pencil. Also, concealer helps to cover up the mistakes you did when drawing your eyebrows. You can use all the blemishes you have in your eyes. It helps to cover them, and you can also correct all the mistakes you have with the concealer. Then I'm going to do my cut crease. In this video, I'm going to draw a full cut crease. We have two types of cut crease. We have half cut crease and full cut crease, and in this time I'm drawing a full cut crease. And the first step of doing the cut crease is applying the transition color. You can see in my transition color, I've chosen this color. This is dark pink color. I've used a pink color as my transition color. Make sure you draw your transition color, and it's applied on the part of the eye, that the upper part of the eye between the brow. Make sure you apply your transition color and blend it in also, so that to avoid the crease lines, the harsh crease lines. So applying my transition color. You may choose the color you want in your transition, but make sure it's the color that will blend in with your eyeshadow as you cut in your crease. You can see I'm I'm using a red shade to blend in the pink one so that I cannot see the harsh lines. Make sure you blend in well and use a fluffy brush to blend in. I'm using a fluffy brush to blend them in. Make sure they are well blended. You can see as I continue blending them, my harsh line is becoming more invisible. We don't want to see the harsh line. So the harsh line is the line that people see where the makeup has reached. So that's what we are avoiding while blending them in using another color. Then at this point I'm cutting my crease. Remember, I'm doing full cut crease, and I'm using my concealer to cut my crease. There are many methods of cutting your eye crease, and this is the method that I use to cut my crease. I use a concealer, fill in where I want my eyeshadow to fill, and then I apply my eyeshadow. As you fill in, make sure you smoothen your edges very nicely, and you blend in the concealer to the part of the eyelid, the rest of the eyelid. You can see the way I'm doing it. Remember, this is full cut crease, not half cut crease. I'll do another video to show you how you apply half cut crease on your eyes. You can also share other methods that you use to cut your crease, and maybe I can try them on another video and see whether they will work on me, and see, we compare which is the best method of cutting the crease. I'm also cleaning up the transition color, removing the excess, and I'm using my concealer too. Remember, I told you can correct mistake you made with the eye pencil and the eyeshadows using a concealer. That's what I've used right there. You can see now my transition color is more defined in a straight line. Then at this point I'm applying my eyeshadows on my crease. I'm using a light pink color in the front side of the eyelid. Make sure you choose your colors well, the colors that will match your cut crease and the colors that will match your transitioning color. At this point I'm using a light pink color. to do this. Make sure you also use a fluffy brush. Fluffy brush works well while applying this because it blends them in nicely. You can look the way my eyes are transitioning right now. This is a technique I used to achieve a straight line at the end of my full cut crease. You can use a cell tape if you are unable to draw a straight line. So that's why you see me using cell tape to mark where my eyeshadow should reach and can go on a straight line, aiming at the end of your eyebrows. So that's why I'm using a cell tape. If you are not good enough to draw a straight line from the end of your eye to your eyebrows using your eyeshadow, you can as well use a cell tape as I'm using it. You place the cell tape and you will see how to transition using a cell tape. And for my darker color, I'm using purple. I chose purple as my dark color at the end. And an orange color to blend in the purple and the pink that I used. You can see that it's giving me a straight line and a clean line too. And make sure your transition line is not blended in with the blending colors that you are using to make it more defined, and so that we can see where the eyeshadows you applied, where they are or where they pass through. That's why I'm cleaning my right eye, because I realized that my transition line got blended in with the colors I was blending. At this point, I'm applying glitters. You can leave it at that point, or you can also apply glitters if you want more an extra look. I'm applying glitters for that extra look, shiny look, because I used a matte eyeshadow, so I'm applying glitters for it to be just for an extra look when you use a matte colors. But when you use shimmery colors, it's not a must you use glitters. Shimmery colors are the colors that look like as if they are shining. Those are the shimmery colors, but the powdery ones are the ones that we call matte colors. That's why I use glitters, because I used a matte color. And you can see I'm using a shimmery color over there, so that my eyes can pop in the front and can be more shiny. Look at that. After I removed the cell tape, I have a more defined look. So the next thing is skin work, and in the skin work, the first step is moisturizing your skin and primering it. I'm primering my skin to protect it and to make it more moisturized before I apply the other product of my skin. Then I'm applying foundation, and make sure when you apply your foundation you choose a foundation color that matches your skin, because if a color does not match your skin, you will look, I don't know, you look funny. Your skin will not match your neck, your hands. So make sure that you use a color that matches your skin. So after applying my foundation, I'm going to highlight, and the parts that we highlight, it's below the eyes, just like that. Make sure you highlight with a brighter color, and I'm using the concealer, and the forehead part we highlight them also, and the nose. And make sure you use a sponge or a fluffy brush to blend in the highlight. You can see there is a difference between where I've highlighted and the rest of the face. So make sure you highlight them well using a brighter color, but remember also the color must match your skin tone. And then I'm going to bake. Baking requires a baking powder. You can use any baking powder that you have. In this case, I'm using this palette to bake in. We bake the areas that sweat more and the areas that may look shiny, and wherever I'm applying the powder, that's the areas that we are supposed to bake, and mostly the areas that we highlight, we are supposed to bake them. And then I'm going to contour. We contour the nose and the cheeks to make your face not look more chubby, but to give your face that defined look. And you contour also using a dark color. You can see I've contoured my nose, I've contouring my cheeks right now. You can also contour using a dark powder. It's not a must to contour using a dark eyeshadow. Dark foundation. After contouring, you bronze your nose to look more sharp and thin. And then after all that work, now I'm doing my lips, just applying lipstick. These are red lipstick that I'm applying. Just a simple length lipstick. And then I'm going to use my setting spray. Remember to use your setting spray after you are done with your makeup. And that's it, guys. I'm done with the full face makeup tutorial with full eye cut crease. Comment down below, let me know any other technique that I can use to cut my crease and to apply my makeup. Share your thoughts, subscribe, share and comment. Thank you for watching.